Welcome to Forex Films. Today is Wednesday, June the 8th, 2011, and we have a lot of event risk this week, and specifically some very heavy event risk coming out for a few pairs tonight and in the overnight session during the early European session. First, coming up in a couple hours is the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision. And I kind of wanted to take a technical look at New Zealand dollar and just see where we're at and possible outcomes when looking at it technically. Really, it looks like we have the strong move upward that put us to a new all-time high. We have a 5-wave movement down, 3 up, and then another smaller, close to 5-wave movement down. So what this appears to be is a larger 3-wave correction forming before we will go higher. And what could happen is maybe we'll come down a little bit further, and by the time we could have a retracement up and then continue downward, and really we've got support back here at 80, but that we don't necessarily have to go that far. If we do a Fibonacci here, right above the 80 level, we got the 61.8% retracement, making it that much more likely. We could find a little bit of support here at the 38.2 because that also has support, but I wouldn't look at that as the end of the move. Here is the daily, and kind of the wedge pattern that been forming we broke out of, and we've retested that, and you can see that we'll start getting more support from this area right here and down around 80. That's right about here. So we've got multiple areas of support looking further back, and I do expect after that we will probably get a new all-time high, but let's wait and see. This is kind of forming a candle pattern that I normally like to trade here, so we could definitely go lower, and that makes it look even more bearish, but this is a wait and see, definitely. We also have Australian employment data coming out. Also, a big thing to remember, in a couple hours we have triple rollover day, and actually 4 times rollover day for some countries like Switzerland, and a big one to watch out for is Australia. So you're basically only going to lose 8 pips if you remain short in this. So it's not a huge deal to every trader, but it's definitely something to keep in mind when you're trading this, and other people will be definitely concerned about this. So it looks like we're still in that second wave. Here you can see where I've done the retracement here with the 61.8 at 105.61. So this 105.50 to 105.60 level will be very important. Looks like we topped out here, wave A, wave B, and now C, which doesn't really look complete, but it is possible that it could be. Tonight at 21:30 Eastern Daylight Time we have Australia unemployment data, so that's a good thing to watch for direction on the Australian US dollar. we did have a possible 5-wave movement up off the low here, but I don't really trust it. So let's move on to our other major event risk pair, which is the Euro US dollar. And as you can see, we moved down sharply off the high, and this could also be a C wave. Really, we're looking at 1.45 again for major support. We could turn around here, but once you get this low of a retracement, it's likely that you're going to surpass it. So I'm definitely looking lower. And we may not make it all the way down to 1.45, but that's really the target. You should probably buy in around there. Or if we're having a major acceleration downward, then get in on a retracement, or if it doesn't look like one is coming, get in and make sure your risk is all the way to 147. So this is either wave C of 2 up, or we're starting a new trend, a fifth wave of the larger C that will end at 1.54, 1.55 area. And it's a little early to tell, but we may find out tomorrow with the ECB rate decision. And in that rate decision, as you should know by now, we're expecting a hawkish tone, increased inflation number outlook, and a reason to expect another rate hike in July. That's really what's going to boost the euro. After all the Greek troubles and more bad news coming out of Greece pretty much daily, that's the only thing that can boost this pair higher. And dollar Swiss. We had a lot of consolidation on this pair, and we've come off our lows pretty good. It really looks like this is going to continue moving higher, maybe to 84 before we get another all-time low. I'm still thinking about 82.50, which is all the way down here. So keep looking for that. Doesn't necessarily need to make it down there, but if it doesn't, then this could be our turn right here. And dollar CAD, one that is usually frustrating. I got out down here just because I could see it was about to move upward, and I had hoped to get in on a retracement up to about 97.80, but we went way past that, so I didn't get back in. And now this looks very corrective, especially since we got all the way back up to 98.20, and we will probably continue to go higher again. But I really don't see this holding up all that well. And dollar yen. We've continued to move lower, as I suspected we would. And really, we got high 78s as more support, but if we break the high 78s, then we're probably going to continue to a new all-time low in the dollar yen also. It's a good pair to keep an eye on, especially if we're looking at a drop in euro, drop in pound, then we can definitely play this with shorts on euro yen and pound yen for added yield from our trades if they're both going in the same direction. Okay, keep your eye on those major risk events, and thanks for watching.